For
Yeah.
Italy, most jobs are actually like babysitting
Mm-hmm.
and English teaching jobs, or maybe like hotel cleaning jobs, like
Yeah.
maybe in hotel or something. So those are like the most common jobs that you find in the students community. So
Something.
yeah.
If you run with me, I gotta work for the both of us.
I want to ask about, were there some student jobs, aside from
Mm,
the scholarship, what was the situation in Rome with
student
student
jobs,
jobs
yeah.
and all of that?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the popular jobs here in the UK, right, it's care job.
Mm, mm,
Care job is like the popular job. So
yeah.
if I want to throw some joke in there, I'll say as care job is to the UK,
Mm.
is as teaching English job is to Rome, is to Italy. Like teaching English teaching job is to Rome.
Yeah.
That's it. And there's nothing you can do about it. Every economy have their dynamics, like
Mm-hmm.
the things that like you can easily get into. It's for UK. Anybody that come here, the surest way to quickly start collecting any funds is care job, because they are looking for people there, because their own guys don't really do the job.
Mm-hmm.
For
Yeah.
Italy, most jobs are actually like babysitting
Mm-hmm.
and English teaching jobs, or maybe like hotel cleaning jobs, like
Yeah.
maybe in hotel or something. So those are like the most common jobs that you find in the students community. So
Something.
yeah, that's just the truth. If you say you want to come to the UK, you do care. That like is either you do care or you do factory job. And factory job is like, you're going to the factory, maybe you're closing bottles, for you're
Uh,
going to cold room, you're preparing all these fish and meat that we buy in stores, you're putting them in
yeah.
the pack and
Mm-hmm.
covering them. And so is either that you are doing. So at least I've tasted both countries, and I can tell you
Countries.
that
Yeah.
all of them have their dynamics. So for student job, most times you either go for like babysitting jobs, where you're helping somebody babysit. Some of them you have to go and maybe it could entail living with them and actually
Mm-hmm.
like helping them play with their children, speaking English to their children. They want you to speak English to their children. I actually did it for some time as well as a
Mm,
student, like babysitting. Although I was babysitting for
mm.
a
A
Nigerian
couple.
family family
Okay.
fam family.
Company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were not Italian, but that was what I was doing. Their work take them out a lot, like they travel a lot, because they
Mm,
were like diplomat and all that. So their children, I used to stay with their children in the house, cook for them, just take care of them,
mm,
make sure they go to school. So everything was not, it was not really really hard. It was just to cook for the children,
mm,
clean the house with them, when they are going to school, wake them early, beat the last
mm-hmm.
born because she's too small, those kind of thing. That's
Things.
what I
Yeah.
like, what I
Mm,
did. But at some point, if I got, because I had experience in software development, so I
mm-hmm.
got like an internship in Rome
Mm-hmm.
with a
Mm-hmm.
tech company.
Company. Okay.
Yeah, so at some point I did that, but it's not guaranteed that
Mm-hmm.
everyone will,
We'll be able
get.
to,
So most of the jobs that you have to go for is like those babysitting jobs,
mm-hmm.
teaching English, or
Mm-hmm.
doing like
Those
hotel
kind of
work.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's just like, honestly, that's like what I think you will do. But with time, if you, because I have friends who graduated together, and one of them stayed back in Italy. She's now working with an Italian company, but she was telling me that even though they speak English and all that, she still has to learn Italian. So
Italian.
if you know that you don't have a passion to learn language, you may struggle. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
something that you will have to struggle. You have to be ready to learn the language. So it's like when somebody comes to Nigeria and they are telling you that they don't want to learn pidgin English,
Pigeon.
let's say,
Mm-hmm.
or they don't want to learn Yoruba in Yoruba community. Yeah, you're just looking at them like you're joking. I can't even want to. You're joking. Better go back to where
Yes.
you're
Mm-hmm.
coming from. So it's the same
Exactly.
mindset when you're going to a place where they don't speak your language. You learn the language. If you
Language.
cannot learn
Yeah.
the language, you go back home or go somewhere else. Like,
Yes.
yeah, yes. So,
Exactly.
getting student job is not that bad. Like most of those jobs, we like people that I know they did it very well. They usually get it from um Facebook groups. So there are many
Okay.
Facebook
Mm-hmm.
groups
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that they post those jobs. Somebody
Good
can
job.
just say, "Oh, I'm looking for a babysitter for my child."
Mm-hmm.
They'll put the salary and everything there, and then
Everything.
you go for it. Then another job that some of my friends did during summer, because Malta and Greece are highly known, and Spain, I think they are highly known for tourism and all
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So they usually get jobs with some hotels as, is it as waitress or something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
because the demand in summer is usually much. So
Much.
they
Yeah.
need hands. So, and they want
Mm-hmm.
people that can speak English, because people that come to Malta are usually like maybe from the US or from the UK. So they
Mm-hmm.
usually want people that are in the hotel, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
you're a waitress and you
Mm-hmm.
actually can speak English that
Speak
these
English.
tourists can get. So most of
Mm-hmm.
them, I know them that they actually every summer for 3 months they go to Malta and they go and do that job. And from them, like when they come back, that money is actually usually enough for them to
Wow.
last them for like the next
Semester.
semester, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. So I know a few people that did a lot of that, like hotel jobs. In fact, one of them, when by the time she finished, she went back to Malta actually to continue that job, because I think she really
Wow.
liked it. And now she's doing
Mm,
like tourism for
wow.
people and all that.
Mm,
So like I think main thing, if you make up your mind that you will succeed, like you
you
always
will.
find opportunities that will
Mm-hmm.
come your way and you
Mm-hmm.
can succeed. Yeah. So yeah, even during summer in Rome, because Rome is a tourist city, I had friends too that were selling, they were doing tourist guide.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because you
Yeah.
can speak English.
Mm-hmm.
So it's opposite. During summer is usually a lot of opportunities for people, for us that speak English. But
English, yeah.
yes, yeah. So there are different jobs, but you just join relevant
Communities,
communities, join Facebook
Facebook
groups.
groups, yeah.
Yeah, churches also help, because when you're in church, people can tell you about they are looking for this person here and they're looking for that person
This,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
That's true. So at the end of the day, it's about joining some form of communities, either Facebook group, either a church group, and all of that. And you are going to know about some of the job opportunities that are available. And then
yeah,
you grab it as a
yeah.
student. Okay. So
Mm.
finally, tell us about how was the experience in Rome, the entire student experience, like studying in
Mm.
Rome, and then living in Rome, like because it's really important. You're coming to study in a
Yeah,
school, but then you'll be living in, a place. So
yeah.
how was the experience was like? How was the experience like?
For me, I had a really good experience. To be honest, I really enjoyed Rome. Before this call, I was telling like Anita that if I still have to, if I have to pick between UK and Italy, I'll pick Italy any day, anytime. Especially if Italy was speaking English. If Italy announced today and say our national language
I
is
guess.
now English, I am running back. I think I'm going to come back. Once I get a job, I'll just take that bait and come. So
Okay.
I still prefer Italy because the
Mhm,
life there is chilled. When you Italians are generally nice people.
mhm,
If you, especially if they see that you make efforts too. So for me,
mhm,
I always make effort to learn their language. So if they see that you're making effort to learn their language, they
mhm,
are very very lovely people. Like
mhm.
I told Anita how all my landlords in Italy, like I've lived there for like 2 years now, I'm still in touch with them, we still chat. Like when I was coming here, my last landlord, she was like in tears, like she were that very, and it's not as if she didn't speak English and I didn't speak much Italian. We were using Google Translate. All the gist and everything that we used to bond was Google Translate, literally. But we really formed a good relationship. Like,
Mhm.
sometimes she see my status, she'll comment. I see her own, I'll comment. Like we still like keep tabs on each other. Like if I go to Italy or Rome for it, there's no way I'm not going to like drop by at their house to say hello to them. So I had a very good time. It was a bit challenging at the
Mhm,
very first year because of the language barrier. It can be frustrating, you don't understand things,
mhm.
but once you are able to like try to start blending in and learning the language, things really become quite
It's easier.
easy.
Mhm.
There are a lot of, if you are somebody like me that really like new locations, going to new places like
Makes sense.
tourism. My life there was like tourist, because the Colosseum was, I passed the Colosseum like every day.
Every day.
this is where people will travel from all over the world come at. In fact, at some point, it was nothing to me anymore. I'm like, what are these ones saying? Like, I'm like, they're snapping because I saw it like every day. You know, that
Yeah.
touristic feeling as a student. It was really nice. The food, the Italian. Me, I like Italian food a lot. People are even tired
Wow.
of me because even up till now, I still cook a lot. There's no week that I don't cook at least two Italian
Then
dish.
dishes. Wow.
I can never get tired of if I'm not making lasagna, I'm making you know,
Pasta.
bolognese
Oh, whatever.
pasta, yeah, pasta and bolognese sauce, or I'm making pasta with tuna and
Wow.
pomodoro. You know,
Mm.
I make Italian, so I like food. I like good
Mhm.
food, and I fell in love with the Italian food. Of course, I we mix it because they don't they don't have pepper, so me
Mm.
I add pepper to my own.
Mhm.
But you know, everything was really this thing. And the interesting thing is that I budgeted myself like when I was in Rome that I
Mhm.
was not going to spend more than 50 euros per month for my
Mhm.
food. And I
Okay.
can tell you that I stuck with that. I was able to live in Rome on 50 euros and I was eating what I wanted. But I cooked. So
Mm.
by the time you buy rice, spaghetti, pepper, chicken, like if I buy chicken, for instance, the chicken I used to buy was Galini, which was like our own. They had
Mm.
chicken,
See.
so
Mhm.
when you buy one, you get one free. Like so, I always buy it. If I want to buy fish, so I cook my food and all
Mm.
that. And my budget was 50 euros every month, and I actually lived with it. So, and I still buy African food sometimes in that money. So
Mm.
even when it goes beyond 50, maybe 60
Mhm.
euros, like maybe
Mhm.
60 euros extra.
So
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
10 euros extra. But
Mhm.
in general, I really enjoyed my time there.
Mhm.
Apart from the language, but the weather there is nicer than UK.
Mhm.
So in comparison, I always speak Italy, to be honest with you. Apart from the language, I really had the Christmas was fun. You know, maybe because I was also in the capital city. It's
Mhm.
like living in
Yeah.
London. You know, it's the
Mhm.
capital city, or you get what I mean. Or when you're living in Accra or Lagos versus when
Yeah.
you know, like, there's life, the city life, and everything. So I really enjoyed it based on my personality. So some people may not, but I think my own
Yeah.
personality also made me really enjoy it. So in general, it was a good experience, but the only thing was the education system is not being they'll drill you.
Mm.
They'll drill you. Do you get so? My first semester was not funny. Even by the end of the first year, I was still struggling to find my balance because you know our education back in Africa is not that
Mm.
standard. It's very we are kind of very behind. So it took me a lot of self-studying to
Mhm.
actually catch up to
Mhm.
them. But
Yeah.
that's not their fault. So
Mhm.
in general, I'll still say that everything was fine. It was just my own background that kind of made settling in terms of academic a bit difficult for me.
Difficult.
But with time, I still caught up. Yeah.
Okay, okay. That's so good. That's so good. It's good that you had a very good experience. That's so good. Thank you for sharing that with us. So, what are your final words? What advice will you give to, prospective students? What would you like?
Yeah, I always say that Italy is not for everyone.
Okay.
Yes, so that's what I always say. Italy is not for everyone. As much as I'm pro Italy, like you can see I'm in UK for 2 years now and I'm still like you can see that I still love Italy. But I always say it's not for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we do videos like this, so that you can gather. I didn't even have all this information. It's somebody that have choice that saying, should I go, should I not go? It's because you have choice. I didn't have a choice than to just go to Italy. There was no other choice. It was either Italy or UK, and I didn't have money for the UK school. So Italy was my only choice. So I didn't even have somebody to say there was no YouTube video. I don't think there were YouTube videos that time.
Mm-hmm.
There was very little information I could
About.
find
Mm-hmm.
online about the Italy. So I went in blind, all the same. And I mean, it still ended up well. It doesn't mean I didn't have like unpleasant experiences or
Experiences.
something, but
Mm-hmm.
it still ended up well. So I would say Italy is not for everyone, but I believe that with every information that we have taken time to like share in this video and all that, you can decide if it's for you. And once you decide that it's for you, make up your mind that it's going to work for you. So that's why I said it's not for everyone. You don't have to force yourself to go to Italy. You can go
Mm-hmm.
elsewhere, but I would say that like if you decide to go to Italy, which is not a bad choice based on your
Mm-hmm.
circumstance or all of those things, then
Mm-hmm.
just make up your mind that this country I'm going, things will work for me. Don't be discouraged when you get there, especially with like getting a job or
Mm-hmm.
language barrier. Be determined to like make things work for you, and you always find a way out. Like that's the honest truth. Yeah. Like I always brag. My friends feel like I brag that time, but I always say that even though I didn't really have much money or things were not so well, I always say that it cannot be bad that I'll carry my bag and then I'll go
Mm-hmm.
back to Nigeria and I'll say
Mm-hmm.
it's because things where I was like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, like
Mm-hmm.
I'll stick it out no matter what. I'm here and we just gotta make it work. So so yeah, that would be my final words to be honest. Yeah.
Aw, thank you so much, Yeti. Thank you so much for coming
Pleasure.
on and sharing your journey with us and encouraging us and letting us know some of the processes to take, to kind of like ensure that we have
Yeah.
a good experience, while studying here. I'm sure that
Yeah.
this is going to help so many prospective students that are really confused because so many people don't find information on studying Italy online. Is
Yeah.
it's
It's
not some
scarce. Yeah.
yeah. So thank you so much for coming on, sacrificing your
Pleasure.
time to come on and share this, gems with us. Now we are informed to make better decisions, better choices, and be prepared, for
Yeah.
what the journey is really about. So thank you so
Yeah.
much for coming on. And I'm
It's
sure,
a pleasure.
guys, listen, she has a YouTube channel and the link is going to be in the description and follow her on Instagram as well. Tell us your YouTube channel, and then your Instagram handles.
Yeah,
Tell us.
you can you can follow me on Instagram AI. That's my
Mhm,
Instagram handle and my YouTube channel. Although like I'm not for now. I'm dwelling on the Italy series, but if you're like someone that is currently trying to get into tech, trying
mhm,
to study a tech related course, trying to switch into tech and all of those things, yeah, my channel is like I believe like Anita will do a better job for Italian series than than myself, but for the tech people who want to switch into tech and all of those things, yeah, my channel will help you do
yeah,
that.
I want to switch to tech because I want to be talking that money.
Oh my goodness.
Like it's true, so many people are making like money in tech,
Yeah,
and now
yeah,
tech is the new, and is basically
yeah,
the future.
yeah,
Yeah, there's so many careers, even for people that are not, they don't have background of coding and all
yeah,
of that and all of that. There's so many
yeah.
career paths in tech. So guys, we are all going to ensure that we are entering into tech.
Yes.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much for coming on. This was such a fun experience. This was a
pleasure.
very lively conversation. You're such a lively
Thank you.
person, and
Thank
thank
you.
you so much. So, guys, leave
All
your
right.
questions. Any question at all you want clarity on, you can leave it in the comment section. And I'm sure whenever you guys want Yeti to come on to the channel again,
I'll be glad
she's gonna
to.
come. She'll be glad to.
Yeah.
She'll be glad to. So thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you so much for coming
All
on.
right.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And
All
thank you
right.
guys. Thank you. We'll see you guys, in the next video. Bye.
Bye.